My heart wrenched inside my chest when I vocally declared that I forgive the scammer and I forgive my father for what he did to me. I grew up in a Christian home. My mother was a devout believer. I was sick a lot growing up, and I had to stay in the hospital multiple times. My mom's faith kept her grounded as I endured stay after stay. Children's church and club's musicals allowed God to instill scripture in my heart. 4 years of Catholic school gave me the impression that following God meant obeying a set of rules. I gained a lot of head knowledge, but I lacked heart knowledge. My life grew more challenging as I went to high school. I moved from private school to public school. I had to make friends all over again. Family instability threatened my young heart. I started pursuing God on my own. I asked to be taken to church on Sundays and to varsity youth on Sunday evenings. I took confirmation class my sophomore year and joined this church in April 2013. I was at a student engineering conference in Washington, D.C. One day, we did a series of team building activities. That evening, members of each group shared deeply personal stories. I'd only known these people 4 days, but it felt like I knew these people for years. After we shared, a guy came up and invited those who wanted to join him in praying for those who shared. I accepted his offer and hosted the group in my dorm room. This had to be God chasing me. 1 week later, at Fun in the Sun, I accepted Jesus in a tent. I knew going into university that staying Christian will be crucial to my success. I found a local church and plugged into Christian groups on campus. Despite my efforts to prioritize my faith and my studies, doubt still found a way in. My job prospects were bone dry. Application after application yielded nothing. I leaned hard on the community that I built. My newfound faith was tested and refined. But through that trial, God revealed the extravagant nature of His love. A single lead led me to pursue an internship in Boulder, Colorado. That internship became a full-time job in Colorado Springs. I had thought that Colorado Springs is a great place to grow in faith and vocation, but that flame flickered out when COVID struck. It was May of 2021. I was contemplating going to work overseas in Australia. Satan, as crafty as he is, used an internet scammer to try and rob me. The experience broke me. How could someone be so cruel? Why me of all people? One week later, 2 nurses and a dear friend comforted me in my grief. My friend said, "Keenan, you are a brave man to cry in public." That summer, I decided to end my time in Colorado. I couldn't come to terms with what happened, but I knew full well that I would never see that scammer punished for what he did to his victims. I had to figure out how to forgive him. Coming back to North Carolina also meant forgiving someone much closer to me, my father. I found a reading plan by Lisa Turkhurst in early 2022. Her reading plan was exactly what I needed to get started. So I picked up her resources on forgiveness. Forgiveness is hard work. My heart wrenched inside my chest when I vocally declared that I forgive the scammer and I forgive my father for what he did to me. A prayer to forgive those who hurt me came up on my YouVersion app. This was Jesus reminding me to forgive 70 times 7, fully and unconditionally, multiple times if I have to. God helped me find closure for what happened to me 2 years ago. He encouraged me to leave what I buried in the ground. He said, "Let me keep healing you. Don't bring up the past." He has continued to heal through building community. I greet my neighbors and converse with them on my daily walks. I'm back at Triangle Grace, serving in greater capacities. I owe it to Daniel Grothy, my pastor in Colorado, for giving me the keys to building stability. Home, friendships, family, church, and community. I continue to wonder where God will lead me next. I pray my testimony is an honest confession, but also a reminder that we each have a story worth sharing.